No, it's dark converse. I mean, he forgets where he left his keys, but he doesn't. History? Why not this? His sister lived the mayor twice. You know the house in heaven? Tuesday.
There's mountain bike. There's been using a while up and it's yoga. Yoga. Man's getting older. Like the fish. The ladies too. Doing their own life. Change could just be a change, not a symptom. Chase. In your house, sit in the higher view search. That's throwing in the back of the legs to respect. Amphetamines. Regularly used to lead to neurotoxicity, explains the actual nerve damage to personalities. The other hand, prescribed W. Brown. Prescribed to reveal this fact is of license, providing illegal prescriptions to high school kids, months of high school guys. Mr. Brown's birthday is 17 years old. Compensated by high school guidance counseling. Anything else? Yeah, he's switched from mountain bike to his brother because he's getting older. What did the CSF say about his encephalitis?
He said no. Champagne the red cells and the white cells neurologist page.
Back to Alzheimer's.
I told her it didn't happen. I wanted to test her negative.
Well, I should have told her that. I still haven't. It's scam all the blood. She had a mock activities. One test went through it. Check his memory. So you take the come along for that video. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. That's why I get some specific brain questions. Check out the link for TikTok with her. Check that book. I like all the pretty lights. Go. Go, man. One more. Another one. Come on. My mailbox mail. I got it. So no diagnostic notes. Just skin the system. Just what we thought. You don't you medically need to know what you're hardware. You never wear things until they cross the mother. No underwear either. It's not that bad. I remember she was a pretty white dress on the car. That's sort of into your report, doctor? So that's not this now. Remember the photos in Paris? I remember being in the room. You want the details on that? That's it. It's not paranormal. It's someone's activity. Questions were designed to define the operational parameters of the standard system.
Why would you understand
That is what I do.
So how do you live like you always did?
I've been here 5 years. What's wrong with it? It's not civilized. It's not about that. It's not logical. That's just it's about healthy. It's brain stuff.
Never could. You couldn't figure out.
Time marches on. It's perilous. Symptoms mimic a peripheral nervous system under that is experiencing significant parastasis and complex mental trauma. Young birds, they're not brain. Oh, no, I heard the indirect instance. No nation, no antibodies. Like that. Started when I was no antibodies. It doesn't have the umbrella period. There will like dot dot dot. Or if you have the virus, it's antibodies. The chance of the better is I said, what if it would be sick? His body's not going to be fine. So we didn't try months later. It sounds like that. Now the antibodies we're trying to test for turned out to be wrong. Treatment, all that dangerous plasma this is slightly up to you. What you like, guys? Maybe something else. So the brows are
That's not the most tricky.
what? What the heck? Look,
He wants to talk to you.
if it's medical, you should talk to me.
Just outside.
Leave. Go talk to me. You're gonna leave me anyway.
No, that's not going to happen.
You live too. You can't live. If I can't walk, I'll hold you.
I'm not going to talk to you. What are you doing inside? Just like he's about to say.
Well, it's not bad. It's not. It's violence. It just says you're within range. I bet you only have normal sinus.
I'm just coming to the rest.
Sit fine. 6 hours, 74 hours. But everybody has it. Some comments.
Shocking monkeys place. I have some news.
I just it's hard to get up like that. I do not tell the boys what it is to people are crazy plans for teaching us and trying to save us money.
I mean, this is
I see my old friends. That's sure. It's
innocent.
he sees but I know over you. My interest would be something. I think your friends might be the same concerns.
Here's the real thing. And Brandon has been to help. Could you appreciate it? You should just say it. You know, boo. Hello. Wait, I'm busy. I can't right now. Nope. I know you love me. That's nice, but I gotta do this thing. Oh, I know. Life is hard. Life is so hard. Everything.
I was going to kill you. Whatever you want to do. It's the blood work. So, you don't have to be super accurate. But you're using my goodness, per person. We don't have to be precise. They're all going to
I guess you guys can hear me. I don't know if my mic is on. It'll probably feedback into the speakers, but so how is everyone? All two, one. Okay. So, one, so, one. Come off. All right, I don't need to hear anything because it'll just feedback in my speakers, and that's just going to cause a whole bunch of mess audio-wise. Yeah, basically right now I am just working on the leopard spots and the sash. Trying to get as much detail done on this as I can in the next few days so I can start my next piece. After this one is done, I have two other pieces that are in a similar vein as this that I'll be doing. It'll be, it's part of a series that I've actually been sitting on for the last, like 4 years maybe. Just a lot of my work is done in my sketchbook and not really necessarily brought to finish most of the time. Mostly, I guess, because pressure, I feel like sometimes can be kind of crazy to make something finished and polished. So, but this is for a con in my area that was originally held in California because a lot of the industry is there and that just seems to be the place to be doing it. But they realized that to have a meeting spot in the middle of the United States was a better choice. It's Spectrum Art Live. I will be tabling with my friend S. Ray Nelson, and they will have 3D work there instead of traditional 2D, which is what a lot of the show is going to be. Last time they were in our area, it was like, I want to say like 2 years ago, they ended up moving it back to California for whatever reason. I guess people were complaining about it being out here in the Midwest, because, I mean, it's the freaking Midwest. Who fucking goes here anyways? Except for, I don't know, corn and corn. But they brought it back, and they got heavy hitters there. They come every year. They have an award ceremony. They had Brahm last year, the last time that they had it, which was really cool. I was too scared to say anything to him because I'm a huge fan of his. So my friend who was volunteering actually knew him and like hung out with him a couple times and went out for drinks with him, I think. Before I got there the last day of the con, and I was just too shy to say anything to him, so I ended up just acting a fool because he was sitting with like had some like really big names. I'm really horrible with names, so I can't tell you who they were, but I knew that they were some of the heavy hitters in illustration. Hopefully he'll be back this year, and I will be much less of a weenie and will actually talk to him, because that would be nice to meet one of my idols, don't you think? But yeah, no, it's pretty exciting. I'm hoping to sell prints of this at my table. It's the only reason that I'm really doing this right now. I've only really ever done, God, like 2 other cons before. And the cons that I did do, the first one was Planet Comic Con here in Kansas City before it got really big, and competed with Kansas City Comic Con, which if any of you are on the con circuit, you would know that it is blowing up like crazy. They've got guy who plays Captain Jack Harkness coming. They got Rose from Doctor Who coming. They got freaking Draco Malfoy, his dad. But yeah, like it was a small rinky-dink thing, and back in the day, like I'm gonna say like 2009, 2010. Yeah, like 2009, 2010 was the first con I ever did, and it was a bust. But then again, we were broke ass college students. A couple of my other friends from animation, they were tabling there too, and they didn't do very much bank, but we were a little too all over the place. And the other con that I did was CryptoCon recently, probably in the last like 2 years. Another con that we didn't make table at because majority of the people that were there were really only there to meet these stars. Robert, not Robert England, how am I talking about? The guy that played, God, what's his name? He's in fucking House of a Thousand Corpses. He's the clown guy that fucking says I shit the bed on the fucking DVD menu. That makes me laugh heartily every single time. He was there and he was really, really nice. But anyways, yeah, they were pretty much there just to see the indie films that were being played. Really not there for the product and the art, which was kind of sad because I had some really cool stuff there. But I made some pretty good connections with like another guy who's probably gonna be a Spectrum this year, Robert Elrod. He did a lot of like graphite, and he actually does a lot of drawings with Bic pen, which I thought was pretty impressive. Because I like myself some Bic pen, but it's kind of hard to work with. I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. This is my first time actually talking to an audience of any kind at all, so forgive me. Yeah, obviously, like if you want me to talk about something else or ask me any questions, like feel free to drop into the live chat or wherever, and just let me know, and I'll answer any questions you might have. I'm currently working in Fire Alpaca. We don't really have that on the list on the website. I'm hoping that when I get featured in probably 6 to 8 weeks, they'll have on the list. It's actually my preferred program. I've used Corel Painter, I've used Photoshop, I've used Paint Tool Sai, I've used GIMP, I've used a lot of different digital programs, and I've got to say that Firepack is probably my favorite for the sake of the blending. And like, I'm sure I could probably finagle Photoshop to blend the way that Fire Alpaca does, but I am kind of illiterate with those programs, to be quite honest. I linked through a lot of that stuff. But since I don't really use it for photo editing, I just use it for digital painting. And the majority of the time, I work with the standard brushes that come with the program, the soft round, the hard round, and I have it with a size change of opacity and pressure. But with Fire Alpaca, it's a lot more simple, and it is definitely geared mostly towards just purely digital painting. And I really gotta say I recommend it. If you haven't tried it, just give it a try and just see how it works for you. I really like that you can also, like, you can kind of see it down here in this little corner right here, like the little red, like, I don't know if you can see my cursor right now, but down in the lower right-hand corner at the very bottom, there's a little tiny window that says reference. So if you want to, you can open a little file in that bottom corner instead of having to like toggle between tabs and having like a window on top of a window. You can just have an image down the bottom there, and you can put color from it and like open as many as you want and like put them all in this little tiny window, so you can just like reference from there, which I find pretty handy. The only downsides I've got to say that are part of Fire Alpaca would have to be the fact that, like, for example, like in Photoshop, when you use the dropper tool, I don't just do it. Dropper tool, like you select a color or whatever. Let me save this color first. You like select a color or whatever, it stays on the dropper, where in Photoshop, you will pick the color will get sucked up, and it'll automatically slip back to your drawing utensil. And in my many sleepless nights of using this program in the last couple of weeks doing this piece, and it's taken me like, I want to say over 70 hours now to do this. Mostly because I'm extremely anal when it comes to every little detail that goes into this. It has caused me a lot of problems, but I mean, I have to say that's probably the only downside besides the selection tool. I love it. It's helpful. I use it for if I want to just, I obviously just want to work in a certain space, but when I lay down colors, like my process is I'll do the sketch, I'll lay down the color, like I'll do like block colors for each shape that I'm supposed to be rendering on top of. But to select it, it throws off my color because around the selection tool is this big bright blue area that I cannot figure out how to get rid of. I managed to get rid of it in one of the older Alpaca programs. I don't know how I did it, but I'll show you what I mean. It's this god awful bright ass blue, and it's obnoxious, and I hate it. And if it'll load without crashing my program, that would be really great. And that's another downside to this program is that I feel like it just can't handle a whole lot. But yeah, see there, it'll pop up in a second. For you guys, it's loading still probably. But yeah, this bright, obnoxious blue that just screws up my color, and I can't see the relationship between the other colors in the surrounding area in order to balance everything correctly. However, it is still really helpful when you're just trying to isolate on obviously like the area you're trying to work in, kind of a no-brainer. A lot of hotkeys are actually similar to Photoshop too. Like, but then again, I feel like all of the industries kind of gathered around just this one kind of like standard like hotkeys. So it's not that much of a leap to go from Photoshop to Fire Alpaca if you want to try it. I think of what else I could offer in the way of touting this program. The only other downside besides the blue and the eyedropper thing that I've noticed that kind of it benefits me because I work on opacity where I'll just build up layers of color instead of just doing like I'll do like a block color for just the area I'm supposed to be coloring in, but I'll work on top in layers of opaque, transparent color. Is that the sensitivity of the transparency is kind of unbalanced, I want to say. Like, majority of the stuff that you see here was done on literally 2% for watercolor and for my pen. And it seems like at 1% it just disappears. At 2% it's still pretty bright for what it is. I want to say like anything above 10% is just going to be pretty much almost solid. Like, I'm not really super thrilled with the translucency of the tools. However, for some reason, it just works perfectly with how I work. So if that's something that you do as well, keep that in mind. I think it's worth it just to give it a try. I recently, my Mac screen, it's the connector inside of it. It stopped like connecting properly, so I ended up having to get a new computer. And I tried Fire Alpaca on my Mac, and it was great, but I like it a lot more on Windows. I'm not entirely sure why. I had that Mac for like 5 years, and it just really didn't perform like I wished it would have. But then again, whatever. I just miss being able to have like proprietary programs that like. Not proprietary programs, but just programs that come with Windows that you can't really run on a Mac unless, of course, you run through boot camp with the virtual machine. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it when it pops up. Hopefully it will, because I'm watching. There it is. Okay. I don't really use it, like it's barely even doing anything right now, but I have started using Lazy and Zoomy. I bought um, a pro license for it because one of my ex roommates, she used it when she was doing some of her freelance stuff, and it worked out really well for her because she's the kind of person that really needs control in her lines. Um, and I have to say that it's kind of confusing, but I had to say that I had to try it because I now have Windows and can try literally all the things that I couldn't do with the Mac. So I thought, whatever. It's helpful in some aspects. If I really want a good clean line, I still haven't worked out the like smoothing sort of thing, and the lead of the line, where you drag your cursor and it'll um, use a string to make a curve and make it really clean. I do like that on certain settings it'll give you a nice like finished pointed edge, pointed tip to your line, which I really like, but I just can't get with doing it on my own. I have a tremor in my hands because I don't have a thyroid, so I have to deal with a lot of like line correction because of that. So um, it does help to have a little bit of an aid if you can't like keep your hands perfectly still. Like I death grip my pen and then move really slowly around my canvas. I don't know about you guys, but that's just how I've always done it ever since I was a kid. But I do a lot of adding in and erasing out. But anyways, I'm gonna try and balance talking with working because right now you're just staring at me, my screen, not doing anything, and I'm just talking to you. But what I'm trying to do right now is lay down a basis for a fur line, a fur belt on top of this bandolier, I guess that's what you would call it. And I'm just basically kind of blocking in where I want everything to go. Um, and I'm just going to see how it looks because I'm still not totally sold on the idea. I'm thinking that maybe I should make the spots bigger, but I don't really know at this point. It's still too early to tell. I'll probably end up working about like a couple hours on it at a time. I want to say like each section. The armor probably took the most time. The head probably the second most time. I mean the armor is like the helmet as well. The feathers maybe took like an afternoon to do. Really just trying to get all the reflective light correct, like having some of the reflection of the band from his armor underneath there, and the reflective light coming off the head, and like some of the reflection here as well, and just making sure that everything is lit semi-correctly. I'm still not super sold on the area around the gauntlet, but I don't really have much time to waste because the con is in April, like mid-April, and I have 2 other pieces I've got to do, and I've already spent like 65, 70 hours on this fucking thing, so I really got hot to it. But yeah, usually it takes a while because normally for me it's literally just like a process of stumbling through, figuring out what's gonna work and what's not. I don't really have a plan most of the time. I have a loose idea of what I'm gonna try and do. And then I fuck up a bunch and swear a lot at the piece because it's part of the process. I feel like if you don't swear angrily at your work at least once or twice, you're not doing it right. But yeah, mostly it's trial and error. Because the majority of the time I can tell you I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. I'm just ad-libbing it as I go along and seeing what works. And I mean, like everyone will develop their own technique with a certain program that they're using and they'll get used to it. And like right now, I'm still trying to figure out Alpaca, even though I've spent so much time in it. Mostly because like you never know what random thing this program is gonna like come up with next that you are just gonna discover in the very simple folds of Alpaca. But yeah, just fuck around. Seriously, like if even if you're professional and you're making goofy bucks, like doing whatever the fuck, just mess around in it. It's worth it. I recommend it. And I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still super new at this. Forgive me for being such a blabbermouth. But yeah, I hope I hope that this will be informative in some way or another. Um, I'm just randomly refreshing my pages to see if anyone new has popped in, because I can't tell, to be quite honest. Okay, so leopard spots. Alright, let's do this. So I've got the bases down, and next plan of business is to add another 8 million layers into this. Move that up here. Basically, I do from dark to light. I feel like you can do that effectively with acrylic paints. Um, I mean, that's the practice that I grew up using was painting acrylics. So I would work with like block color and then work from dark to light. I learned that from my dad when he was still painting. Um, he would paint all the time when I was a kid. So I took a note from his book and decided to give it a try, and it worked out pretty well, I gotta say. From what it is, probably need a different color than that. Okay, here's where this shit gets ornery. I mean, honestly, like even the finished printed product, I probably can blow it up larger considering I'm working at 600 DPI right now. But the final what I was originally thinking it's going to be 11 by 17 or somewhere in that area because the image itself isn't perfectly that ratio. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'll come back to it in just a moment. But oh yeah, detail. I make the huge mistake of basically working really small on something that you're literally probably not even going to be able to see. Um, I don't know why I got caught up in details. I guess that I'm just extremely detail oriented. That's what I'm used to doing. Because I'm so used to working in just my sketchbook most of the time. Down to 2. That's 1, 2. So I can get ornery. I can get like super detailed if I want to. Because it won't really matter because it's just really going to be me and whoever else asks to look at my sketchbook that will really be able to like see the details. But with digital, it's a lot different because you can zoom in and you can gain all those details by zooming in and zooming in and zooming in and doing really small, tiny detail stuff. And if you get caught up in that, you can get yourself caught into a trap. Because when you actually print the piece, you're probably not going to see any of the information that you put down, which sucks. I really wish that you could still see some of the stuff preserved, a larger scale, or like a smaller 11 by 17, but it just really won't keep, which is kind of a bummer. But the joy about working in larger DPI, which sorry if I'm preaching to the choir with this one, is you can scale up, but you obviously might lose some resolution if you scale up too large. But if you work at a higher res, you have a little bit more leeway with that. Not by much, but more than you would if you're taking like a 72 DPI JPEG. I'm trying to make like a banner out of it. Like it just doesn't work. But with this sort of thing, like I could probably maybe stretch it out by like a couple inches and still maintain some visual integrity with the finished piece when it's printed. Because I was considering maybe making a poster out of this. I haven't really decided yet. Or canvas. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. Because apparently Costco is really amazing for that. I want to say that one of my friends in college, she did a digital piece and she got it printed out at Costco on one of those canvases, and they can do custom sizes for her or for you in general. And from what I understand, it's really, really cheap. Like, I think she got hers done for like $20, and it was like a really weird ass shape too. It was like maybe a foot by like foot height and like 2.5 feet width that she got printed out on canvas, and it was stretched for her too for like something insane. Because I feel like a lot of these printing companies that do it, they charge you an arm and a fucking leg to get done. Like, I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into it like super hard, but she was saying that it's probably the cheapest she's ever seen it. So look at Costco. Seriously, their photo department is really great for that sort of stuff. Also, on the fly, like single shot books, if you want them. I mean, you can choose your own layouts and give them your own files, and they can upload it for you and put it into a book. Okay, that looks like fur. Good. Yeah, far away it looks like fur. Really not gonna see any fucking difference at this distance because it's about the size of the piece it's gonna be when it's printed, which is sad, but well, that actually means good stuff because that means I'm not gonna have to spend 8 billion years on it trying to get it to look a certain way. But anyway, that actually works out really nicely. I like how that looks. It's like even as a poster, that'll still read as fur. I mean, kind of. Well, but anyways, I got for you guys watching. Like I said before, feel free to chat to me in the chat window because I can't hear you. I have my speaker turned off so that the audio doesn't feed back into it, creates garble and garbage, so that you guys aren't inundated by that because my mic is pretty sensitive. Yeah, feel free to shoot me a message. I'm streaming as Haunted Elevator on Watch Me Work. My Instagram is also Haunted Elevator. You'll probably see progress shots of this on that. And my website is it's haunting.me. Yeah, that's pretty clever, right? Am I clever? I'm so clever. Yeah, there's a whole lot going on right now. I feel like this is the equivalent of watching digital paint dry right now. Not super exciting, but I've got to get this done because I have a con I'm going to this weekend. A whole solid weekend out of my schedule for work, so I'm probably staying up late working on this. So I'll be here for a while if you guys want to drop in and drop out. That's fine. I appreciate the people that are watching. And after this con is done, hopefully I'll be back doing commissions again. Yay! Art. I might have to mute my mic because I think my partner is getting home. He's coming back from work. sounded like somebody's coming home. Okay, well, yeah, but this is the TDM that I deal with. Not too terribly exciting. And kind of looks weird, probably because of. There yet. There yet. And then now. Are we done? Are we done now? I've been staring at this piece for like 4 weeks. Alright. Shaping up. Slowly but surely. Shaping up. So I've got good texture laid down. Zoom out and see. That's pretty good. It's looking like fur from far away, which is kind of what I needed to do. Let's get some low lights going up in here. Because everything is going to be in the lights. Okay. Some drop shadow easy here. Yeah. And then because I don't work in layers in any way that would make sense to anyone possible, to be quite honest. Get better about wiggling my layers. Just for the most part, I flounder through a lot of it. Oh, son of a bitch, I did that, didn't I? Yeah, like I'm really bad at wiggling my layers, so I've just borked all of this, but since it's a pretty minor part, I don't think that it should be too much of an issue. So, let's see. Where is that? But it's on this one. All right. And like the stuff that I'm erasing, like no one's probably gonna even ever notice it. But once again, because I'm anal about everything that I do, I'm gonna notice it and it's gonna bother me until I do something about it. So I always, even if I'm mid-process and I'm gonna make a mess digitally, it doesn't really particularly matter, but I clean it up anyways, just because I just like to be tidy about my work. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, just like to make sure that I'm somewhat organized as one can be. You fuck up your layers like I do, like near constantly. It's too fucking bright. It's 6%. It's too bright at 6%. Isn't that ridiculous? That's a little bit better. A little bit more control. Yeah. It's terribly exciting for the most part. A little layering, as I said. And the watercolor brush is the selling point for me on this program. I mean, like I said before, with Photoshop, you you have a lot of choice. I feel like you can choose the ease of mixing colors, which I think is really nice. It's pretty helpful when it comes down to it. I mean, right now it's pretty squishy. Open it up a little bit, you can choose your dial, how easily colors are mixed together, which is really nice, except for when you're trying to work with dark and light colors. It can be kind of a pain in the dick. And yeah, and load color, I really honestly haven't fucking figured out what that's supposed to do. Like, I know it's supposed to serve some function within the program, but I have not figured it out. So if you know, and you're watching, and you know anything about Fire Alpaca, hit me up, because I can't fucking figure it out, and I don't know what the purpose of it is. I know it's probably supposed to be like how much color is on your brush, and it affects how much blends. I'm thinking, but I haven't really noticed any difference. No matter what opacity I have my pen tool on or my watercolor tool on, it just doesn't seem to make a damn bit of difference, and I don't know why. Let's see if this will do anything, because I don't fucking know. Who knows? I don't. I'm gonna just do a thing. Not bad. I like that. It looks good. Like that. Yeah. Why is that suddenly? Okay, it's supposed to be in there. Well, as long as it's not. Yeah. Good. I'm on the right layer. That's what I'm really concerned about right now. And how hungry I am. Guys, I'm so eager to stream that I literally just came home and plunked myself in front of a computer and didn't eat. Don't do that. Eat food. Eat more pine cones. Be good to yourselves. Am I right? Am I correct? Yeah. Yeah. No. much going on. It's my first, well, this is my second stream on this website. Why is everything so funky? Like that? What is the deal? Yeah, there we go. I don't know why it looks so weird. You probably can't tell, but the gold layer was on the wrong one. Now I see why that looks so funky. Okay. Oh my. Is that really what it is? No, it's not the wrong layer. Yeah, that explains it. There we go. There we go. Fucking that up. One step at a time. Alright, well, let's fix that. What's this one? Nope. That. What did I not do? Oh, that's what I didn't do. Okay. Okay, yeah, but I gotta say that this tool is actually pretty helpful. I don't like using the smudge tool to be blurring or anything, and I generally don't like using a blur tool at all. But I've got to say the Fire Alpaca version of the blur tool is pretty good. It doesn't create that stereotypical Photoshop blur. Like, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's am I watching my own screen? Is that what's happening right now? I'm talking to myself this whole time? Okay, well, I hope not. I hope I'm not be talking to myself this whole time. Shit. Oh, it's all good. One more chance. So that's probably me. Okay, so art isn't working. Let's see. Oh my god. Yeah, what the hell did I do? Let's try it again. Oh, yeah, it's silly. Okay, maybe we gotta work on that. Alright, we need to figure this out real quick. Oh, yeah, what the hell. Um, okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure something out. It's not working. Sorry, bear with me here for a moment. I'm gonna figure this out. I don't know why it's not doing it. Hmm, let's see if I can get this to work. Oh, not this shit again. Uh, hmm. Sorry, bear with me guys. I don't mean to be dallying, but the website that I'm trying to stream on is just not registering. I'm doing that. Okay, I guess I'm just streaming on YouTube now. That doesn't make any freaking sense, but okay, I guess. I was trying to stream to watch me work, but it's not letting me do it. It's kind of annoying. Like the same billion things over and over again. Oh, it just doesn't even do it. That's strange. Okay. Well, I guess that's that then. I guess I'm not broadcasting and watching work right now, which is weird. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna be just sitting here and not doing a whole lot of anything. I just want to be sure that all my strings are all connected properly. Oh my god, this is maddening. I did say button. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is annoying. Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna do it this way. Yeah, because it's just not. Really behaving. Mm. Wait. there it is. There we go. It's still happening. Hey! Okay, I figured it out. Sorry for dawdling. Okay. Back to stashing. Sashay away. Okay. Oh! That's not beyond. Yeah, I know I'm getting hungry because I'm starting to burp. I'm a real classy lady. Okay. Everything right. Let's bring up the percentage a little bit. Yeah, a little bit more. A lot bit more. Let's try right there. And go ahead and that down size. It's a little too big. Yeah. Okay. Now it's detail time. Before they're too far. Let's see what it looks like. Looks like spots. Good job. Congratulations, you've done it. Okay. Yeah. This is basically my process. A lot of grumbling, like 90% grumbling and like 10% work. Um, and I'm wondering if my chat is turned on. Because if so, please definitely feel free to talk to me at any point. Because I'm literally just sitting here with my dog doing not a whole lot except talking to a void right now. I could probably log onto the Discord, but then y'all would probably hear the Discord shenanigans from these streamers. God, I'm like ravenous and hungry right now. You know what I could really go for? Even though I'm on a diet and should not eat these things, I really want a grilled cheese sandwich. If one of you guys, one of the three of you who are watching right now, would do me a solid and fax me, or email me, or snail mail me a grilled cheese sandwich, that would be great. Because cheese is life. Even though I have fucking lactose intolerance, I will eat cheese five ever. And at this point, I'm just rambling at you. Sorry. Not sorry. At the same time, I have nothing else really super pertinent to say other than I'm making a lot of patch marks, and I will continue to make a lot of patch marks. Pretty much until all of these bad boys are covered in patch marks. And I like how it looks. It's looking pretty dang good thus far. So I'm not going to make dark marks on everything. I will make it on a lot of the things. Mostly because it actually stands pretty well on its own. And it looks polished somehow. I don't fucking know. I'm just going to roll with it. Because I really want to move on to these god dang pants. So I can work on the background when that's done. Because This is getting to be abysmal. I've been staring at his shriveled head for way too long. I don't know where I am anymore. I've been working on this forever. Eating like, not like kale, but like rice. Lots of rice and vegetables. And subsisting on very little sleep and a lot of Star Trek. Which I would be watching right now, but I would much rather just blather on at you. It seems like an appropriate thing to do. I have a captive audience, kind of, even though you can just navigate away at any point, at any moment. Don't leave me alone, please. But yeah, this is actually probably the first time I've ever drawn or colored fur for the most part. I don't really do a lot of texture, so this has been kind of a challenge. A challenge for me, because I'm not used to it. Actually looks really good. I'm shocked in a really weird way, to be quite honest. Not a lot of my little weird, I'm just gonna try this and wing it things have really worked out for me super well. On the first try. Usually it's, I do it for like 3 hours and then fucking hate it and then delete it. And then, the usual. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can divine whether or not I should do anything with this. I should just keep doing what I'm doing. Because, by the way, it looks fine. Up close, it looks like garbage. But we're also not staring at it super close, so. Mm, don't order that. The darker colors, I think that would be pretty good. And so, shamelessly putting my heart momentarily. Hey, I finally posted my artwork before midnight, which is usually when it happens. Because that's usually, by the time I think about it, that's when it happens. I post on Instagram at like midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning when literally no one is on. Same thing for Twitter, unless of course you're in a different time zone than me. I know, dog. I know. You probably need to do a thing. You just need attention, one or two. We'll never know, though. Just not right now. Yeah, hopefully the design ideas are the same. The detail work portion of this. Hoping that when I'm finished with this one, because like I already have the sketch worked up, but if anything, I have it worked up at work on my work computer, which doesn't fucking help me here. I can guide guys through or just like show you how I start, if that would be helpful to anybody. I think just so that you can see what I'm usually doing or how I do it. You might as well might learn something new, glean something from my stream. Pretty darn good. Cannot much. Might be going into food, because that is on the edge. Light, light, light. Because we don't know how lighting works, yeah? Directional lighting. I'm not entirely sure where the light is on this piece right now. I just remember it's up above somewhere. All right. It actually looks pretty darn good. All right. You know, color. That's what I want. Orange. Oh, that looks good. I like that. I'm pleased with that. Works for me. Do, 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 bring it down now. It's getting darker as it goes down the bundler. 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 I'm alone in my house, so I'm going to say bundler. And you're stuck here listening to me say bundler. So, that's too dark. Watch on an elevator. She goes through trial and error of all the things. There we go. That's better. I like that. I like that. That's good. That is actually all the way up finished on that part. Wow. That's no, I'm not done. Oh my god, I'm done. I'm dumb. Look at that beautiful burgundy that is way too flat. Needs to be brought out to life. Let's add another layer. Yeah. Let's crash the program. I only got like 50 layers. Right. Ooh, too bright. Too dark. Too intense. Nope. Bigger. I've always found, yeah, I'm gonna have to erase the majority of that, but whatever. All right, well, yeah, that's just how it's gonna have to be. That will eventually get reflective color, just not right now. Not at this moment in time. Weird. Let's see now. Okay, it looks flat as hell. Okay. Oh yeah, we're gonna bog down. Okay, it's getting a little funky here. Not turn my wrist that way. So let me go. Stumbling. Actually, look at it better. Yeah, it's actually a better way. There it is. Freaking named it. So the fun part. I'm sure you guys can see where this is going. That's pretty obvious. Just like it. I hear my partner. Hey, hon. Not a whole lot of exciting stuff going on right now. I am just doing my eyelets. Eyelets. Not going to be too much detail in these because they're going to be so small. But trying to get them done as fast as I can to move on to other stuff. I might end up finding my stream because I gotta get some food I haven't eaten yet. It's way past my dinner time. skulls. I was not intending that, but that looks kind of cool. Mm. Alright, even though it doesn't really look much from far away. Against the age of texture. This is what I'm looking for. Do. So I'm lose control of my hand. Sugar crushing. Okay. I'm gonna put away on my phone. This is where we can't get anything done. I just dig around. I should be looking. I think I'm hearing gumbo. Yes. Feel the gas flow through you. Nice. Oh God. Sorry. I have a thing I completely forgot to add. So let's see if I can get this right. Mhm. Hey, just so you're aware, I'm streaming right now so people can hear me.
Okay.
5 people.
Well, hello, 5 people.
Hello, 5 people.
How are the 5 people doing today?
It smells amazing, whatever it is.
It's whatever vegetables I could find, and I put them all in a pot and made it hot.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's really nothing special. It's like soy sauce, vinegar, or something. Whatever came in my head. I've been eating nothing but Rolos for the past like 5 hours, so I kind of need to balance it out a little. How was your day?
Not bad. Busy, as usual. I'm consumed with lots of Nafacon right now. Yeah, tonight is like the last night this week that I can really work on it because tomorrow I have to alter my pants after I come back from our dinner. And I get those fixed because they're just like, they're super baggy on me and I've lost weight, so I've got to alter them anyways. And I found that I can also, there's a pair of shorts that I have that are denim that I don't ever wear, that I can cut up for.
Denim.
Yeah, so I can just cut that up for.
There's my pants. Yeah, hey. Why only half those pants are done? Maybe it's like karma or something. So like nobody bought anything today. Nobody bought anything yesterday either. Like I made my one sale yesterday, and then today, like a dude bought some fucking shoe polish. That was it.
Hmm.
So I spend most of the day organizing all the stuff we're shipping out and checking to make sure everything's there and putting it in big boxes and making shipping labels and listening to shit on my phone because that's about all I could do.
Well, I'm glad you made at least that one. Sucks that you didn't make it today, but
Yeah, it's. And yeah, I think the pressure's starting to get to Bruce a little bit. I think that's a good thing.
fucking better because goddamn it.
Yeah, it's kind of do or die for him at this point. Like either you fucking get your shit together, or like no one's gonna help you ever again. Like at all.
No, I mean lunch. I had lunch. I'm just really hungry for dinner. I haven't eaten dinner yet. So I immediately came in and sat down and started to stream. I'm not feeling that cauldron.
What a Pilgrim was a shoulder piece.
You're right. I don't know my words.
I don't know what that piece would be called, but I'm pretty sure Pilgrim is the shoulder.
It is. Now that I think about it. I realize I'm going about it all wrong. I'm like, yeah, it'll be down here. No, it's supposed to go up here. the hand guard. I don't know how to swords, apparently.
Like, where is he holding the sword with the blade coming from the bottom of his hand?
No, it's like his hand is resting on top of the hilt.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. I see now. 'Cause I was gonna say, like, from that angle, it looks like the hilt is coming off the wrong side of his hand.
Yeah, he's definitely not supposed to be holding it. It's just,
I've been getting all these weird, like, cryptic little messages about basically feeling like one is in crisis or something. It's like, good, you should be feeling like you're in crisis. It's crisis time for you.
maybe it'll get him to hire a programmer.
Maybe it will. That would be great. Because then if his company actually does anything, I can have a job there. But with this rate,
Yeah, not really happy right now.
I'll retire before I can have a job there. It makes me wonder too a little bit, like I get the deal with his former employer, but like I think I can see why his former employer would have gotten all bent out of shape working with him. Like if that's how he was as a lawyer, that's irritating. Like
To say the least.
I'd have found any excuse to fire him too. Even if it was kind of shitty. He still doesn't seem to understand that being a corporate lawyer is like the least relatable thing ever. Like no one is going to empathize with you, dude.
John Lawyer, the everyman.
Yeah, like,
Except not at all.
Since when does anyone empathize with lawyers? Like,
Never.
I mean, not to
In
say
all of history.
lawyers are bad people, but like, it's kind of a cultural thing to hate on them. Like, and a corporate lawyer, God, like, oh, you got a real uphill battle to fight, buddy. Like, Joe every day ain't gonna give a flying fuck about you. I dread the day that he actually put this book out.
Oh boy. That's gonna be interesting.
If it's even real. If it's even real. Like,
Valid point.
but assuming that it is, that's gonna need to be self-published.
I'm sure we could find some hippy dippy new agey thing to do a thing with.
Or that, or he'll pay me to do it for Amazon. He's pretty good about paying for stuff he converted to himself. Do you know like anything about who's watching you right now?
Not a clue, actually. I just know that I have 3 viewers and 2 other viewers that kind of come in and out. So like total of 5 people, which is not bad, but I also advertise in the good old Gaia online, so I got some Gaia people watching you too.
That's cute.
Hush your mouth. I love Gaia.
I mean, it's your thing to be you. I'm no hater.
It's not? Yeah, it's on. Oh yeah. Need that. It's not like it's feeding back in noise, so I hope not. But
Is it feedback in?
it actually happened with that thing on. Even like on super low volume, because the moment I start to screen share,
Yeah.
that will turn down automatically. But like I was listening to music with that on, and with this like unmuted,
Oh, I see.
and it just like fed back into itself so much that it started to just like do this beep
Yeah.
because there's just too much sound information. So I just muted everything. I haven't listened to anything except for myself rambling about stuff and things.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have headphones. Like I don't know where my headphones went, which is why I ordered 2 pairs. Coming up here. Yeah, I have 3 steady viewers, but I don't know if they're just me or not. Because I don't know.
Could you wind up being 3 viewers?
I don't know, because I have one of my streaming services that allows me to stream simultaneously on Watch Me Work and YouTube, because I have to. In fact, that's not even open right now. So I just have 3 people watching me. I know that I'm probably one of them. I don't know who the other is. But they haven't said anything, and I've been like beseeching them to talk to me. No one has said anything. I'm in my room alone. No.
Watch Star Trek. I don't want to do a stream of us doing something. playing games or watching shows or something. I feel like it might be enjoyable for the people we know. Then again, I've had a bunch of people on the internet who'd be interested in like, hey, this is a stream where we just marathon Star Trek.
And act like assholes.
It's like, and we'll just leave it on for you after we go to bed or something. You can keep watching. We'll recap later. I know a couple of friends who would be into it. Who would be totally cool with that. For saying it, I would have to look through the movies. I'm sure Paramount would all be all like, you can't stream our content. Fuck you. It's been off TV for decades, but eat a dick anyway.
We could pull a Shia LaBeouf and just do video of us watching it with the sound in the background. Do you remember that?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen other people emulate that.
Yeah.
It's so they just describe what's happening all the time.
I certainly will.
Tomorrow I have a somewhat shorter day.
6:30, so I'll be home not too long after you get here.
Well, I'll actually not be coming straight from work.
Right. Never mind then.
Because I have to stand in line tomorrow and get my tickets for NACA. And that's after that we go out to dinner. Whew.